What's up, Eurovision people? My name is Sean, and on my channel, I talk about all things Eurovision. It's finally Eurovision week. Are we excited? Because I am.
Yeah, we are.
It's crazy, it's party.
It's crazy, it's party indeed. If anyone's watching, please don't forget to comment, subscribe. We will be talking about each semifinal on the eve of each semifinal, and we're going to be making our final predictions. We have had a little discussion, verbal discussion before this stream, and we all came up with the ones we agree on, the ones we agree are not qualifying, and then the borderlines. So just what happened to me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We can hear you, but you're
Just-
freezing.
but we're getting
Yeah, you're
slow.
freezing a bit.
Just like the years before, we're going to use our pause to show by indication who we agreed on and who we did not. Technology is failing on me, as you can clearly see. There we are. There are our pause. And yeah, we're going to go through country by country. I have a surprise for you guys because this never ever happened before. We agreed on 9 countries. We agreed on 9
Oh,
countries.
I feel like the
going-
semifinal is easy to predict, though. I mean, there are many sure qualifiers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not surprised, really.
Yeah, me neither. I can actually tell which one is the one we didn't agree on, actually.
Well, keep
Oh,
the surprise.
don't
please.
don't
Thank you very
spoil
much.
it. Don't spoil it
I'm
for
not
now.
going to spoil it, I just can tell.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
keep it
I
for
mean,
yourself for now.
It's a prediction after all, so I mean, it's gonna be quite unanimous. If it were our opinions, then we would disagree on a lot. But
That's right.
yeah.
We would, as we have seen in our previous live streams, our opinions sometimes tend to get the better of us. So let's not take too long. The first country we all agree disqualifying, no surprise, is Sweden. Very briefly, I know Eston, this is in your top category of opinions. For your opinion, this is one of your favorite songs. Do you want to tell us why Sweden is so obviously qualifying?
Because it's Sweden, it's Loreen, it's a great song, and it's one of the front runners to win the whole damn thing. So, I mean, come on, even with the small box and the staging, which is obviously worse than it was in Melody Festival, and which is kind of crazy. I mean, a national final performance being better, a lot better than it is in Eurovision. That's something that shouldn't happen. But okay, the Eurovision arena can't handle the weight, so whatever. But it's still clearly going through. I don't think there's any doubt here.
Yeah, I mean, it's no point continuing on this. Fans are always really crazy about the staging and the rehearsals, and oh my god, this is so much worse than Melody Festival. It's just a smaller box. And guess what? 95% of the people will never know it was a bigger box. So, Sweden is qualifying. The second one we all agreed on, it's crazy, it's party, it's Finland. Pekka. Becca, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. We still can't hear you.
You
We can
muted
see you,
yourself.
but we can't hear you.
Georgia, do you want to go off before Becca fixes her?
No, it's your favorite. You go off.
Okay. It's crazy, it's party, it's qualifying. I think this is not only qualifying, but here is where we might actually differ on opinions. Let's spice it up a little bit. I think this is winning the semi-final.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
this is winning the
Yeah, it is. It
I
is.
think even better. I think the televote is really going to get behind this. Going last helps it. The staging is actually amped up. And I saw a tweet lately, and it said something like, even if Finland doesn't win and Sweden wins, it's a message to all the broadcasters in Eurovision. And it says, you know what, Melody Festival and SVT, you are no longer the big fish in the pond. We are coming for you. And this is This is an excellent production. Cha Cha Cha. I'm pretty sure it's winning the semi-final. I don't know about the whole thing. Can we get a bit of Becca? Still no. Still no. We should have Martin Oosterdal instead of you.
Maybe you disconnect and join again. Maybe
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The grandma's
Restarting
remedy
is
is
always, all the IT guys just restart computers
Yeah,
and it works. Magic.
and get ready to
Magic.
as well.
Eston, this is one of your favorites as well.
Yeah, it's my, I think, number one for now, seeing the rehearsals even. I mean, this is, wow. Finland and Duanko has been amazing past few years, and they would really deserve another win. This is crazy. This is party. This will get people going. It will, I think, easily win the semi-final. It will probably win the public vote in the final. And, well, it all depends on the juries, whether it can actually go all the way.
Hopefully it does, because it has a cross in the country flag, and that usually helps.
We have a lot of crosses in this semi-final, and the next country we're going to talk about has 2 crosses. The next country you all agreed on is Norway. Who wants to talk about Norway?
I can talk about Norway. What about it? It's opening. I think that it's a fair decision to let this one open. It's very energetic. It's going to kick off the show with a bombastic show. And the song is catchy. It's already pretty much a hit. So there's going to be no issue. I think that all the songs we discussed so far are going to qualify with more than 100 points. And a few more, actually, that we are yet to discuss. And this one is safely in, and it's a safe top 10 in the final as well. They kept pretty much the same performance as Melody Grand Prix. And that one was a very good performance, and it's paying off, in my opinion. It will not be forgotten, especially if she does the whistle nose.
Becca.
Am I being heard now?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yes, you're back.
I don't know what
You're
happened.
live from Malta.
Can we
I'm
please
sorry
have
for-
your votes?
I'm sorry for the internet. It's very slow today. So Norway. I mean, it's definitely qualifying through. I mean, it means I think one of the most not liked, but I guess people like the song. Honestly, I haven't been watching the rehearsals, so I wouldn't know anything about the rehearsals. I apologize in advance. But
There
it's
wasn't much to
definitely
watch.
Oh, okay then. But I think it will definitely qualify. I'm not saying it will go through definitely to the final. So
Yeah, unfortunately, this is going through. Everyone knows I don't like this song. I don't like Alessandra. I don't like the staging. I don't like her vocals so much. There is very little that I like about this one. And a part of me, Eston is giving me the eyes. A part of me really wants this to be the shock non-qualifier, but that's not going to happen, is it?
No,
No.
never.
no.
We can move on, I guess, to next country that we all agreed on. I was tempted to say no on this one, but it's just unrealistic, isn't it?
Exactly.
It has the power of the unicorn. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Georgia, this is your number 1, right?
It is. Right now, it's my number 1.
Wow.
Yeah, that's because I love the energy that Noah has. She's like really good looking, really confident, and I adore this type of energy from a female singer. And well, the rehearsal clips showed that she has an amazing stage presence. She has a dance breakdown that can rival Chanel last year. So I think the public will definitely like this. She has the charisma. The song is cool for those who like K-pop and for those who like a dance pop song. I don't think anything can go
Those
wrong
who
here.
like gay pop.
K-pop. It sounds like a Blackpink
And
song, but
K-pop.
better. And K-pop as well, yeah.
Both, yeah.
Who
Again,
else feels the
like,
power
there
of the
was-
unicorn here?
Not me.
No one else?
No.
Eston?
I mean, I like the song. I'm not a
Oh.
huge fan of it. I mean, you all know that I didn't really love Chanel, and this one is good. It definitely has grown on me, and the live performance, what we've seen from the rehearsals, is going to be very, very powerful and memorable, and
phenomenal.
it's going to be phenomenal. Yeah,
She looks great also. Let's say that.
definitely.
I'll give you that. She does look great. Again, if I had to choose a Shotgun qualifier, I think I would be flipping a coin between Norway and Israel. I don't like the song, but the staging, I have to give it to them. At least what I appreciate, which is different from Norway, is that they tried to do a staging, and it works. I don't like the dance break. It literally looks like Noah Kirel is like slapping her body on the floor and trying to recreate
Like a fish on the dock.
the vibe of Chanel. But I'm not saying, it's Chanel. Like, Chanel didn't invent dance breaks, but it just doesn't look great. Maybe the camera work needs improvement.
You know what? Chanel didn't invent dance breaks, but she made them popular at Eurovision. Like, she started this trend. Yeah, you can give her that.
Oh, we have a lot of them this year.
I mean, Fuego.
Yeah, but Fuego didn't
This
really
year,
have a dance break.
if we're
It was
talking
just a
about,
dance song.
but if we're talking about someone that's trying to recreate or do something similar, come in Poland.
Yeah, that was the pioneer, right?
Oh.
But that's for
Our fifth
the
one.
next video.
Yeah. Our fifth one that we all agreed on is Moldova. I'm really, really happy about this. I'm not surprised, but I'm just going to say this. I wasn't planning to touch my top 10 for rehearsals, but it's not actually anything to do with the staging. But I had Moldova down at number 11. And during rehearsals, I was like, what is Moldova doing at number 11? So I put it at my number 4. And now Moldova is my 4th place.
In the semifinal or overall?
Overall.
Whoa, very good. It's a very cool song, I must say. I already said it's about like horoscopes, which are really cool on Twitter. And even though people might not understand Romanian, then he makes it very clear that it's supposed to be a mystical song. People will get it. They will heavily vote for him. And I can see another 3-digit televoting score here, both in the semi and in the final. This is going to do well. It's Moldova. They can
I mean,
stage.
there's not really anything to get either. It's just a good song and it's memorable. It's something very different from everything else we have in the set. So there should be no problem at all. There's no comparison to this.
Yeah, it's an ethnic banger. I think this is actually going to come in the top 3 of the semi-final.
Possible, yeah.
I think this is the one coming 3rd place.
Top 5.
I think
You know
it's more
what?
top 5. Top 5, yeah.
I think that number 1 is going to be Finland, and then 2 to 6 are going to be pretty close, like all above 100 and pretty close. I have this feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very saturated semi-final. There won't be too many borderlines. Becca, any final thoughts on Moldova?
I agree completely with all of you with what you said. I think the fact that it's ethnic, it brings something different compared to the others. So I love the song, and I can see why it's on your top 4. Not top 4. I mean, it's your 4th place. I can see why. So I like it.
Nice. So those are the first 5 we agreed on. Just for anyone watching, comment, let us know your thoughts in the chat, by the way. We might not, shout you out immediately, but we will be shouting you out. So anyone watching, comment, let us know your thoughts. If you agree with us, even if you disagree with us, just come and tell us everything and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. So we've talked about 5 countries that we all agree are going through. And we have Czech Republic, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Croatia, Portugal, Azerbaijan, Latvia, Ireland, Serbia, and Malta left. So we agreed on another 4. And one of them, I'm actually a little bit surprised because I wasn't expecting all 4, maybe 3. But it's Serbia. We all agreed on Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
Eston, I know you absolutely love this song.
Really?
Well, rather the opposite. I mean,
Okay.
at first, when it came out, I'm a bit lost. But then I realized that, okay, Spain is even worse. Spain is definitely worse. So Spain is the last place. And then,
Ow.
by far.
Ouch.
And
This year, we're so in sync.
it's Serbia. We're talking about Serbia, Sean.
Exactly.
But then it just kept rising in the table, going past songs that I found just boring and telling me nothing, creating no expressions whatsoever. This is interesting. It's exciting. It definitely needs getting some used to. But in the end, I'm rather enjoying the performance. It's not a song I would listen to, definitely not. But as a performance, it's pretty good, and I think it's different enough for it to go through.
You know what? I think it will qualify, just like Albania would have qualified last year. So it's going to get 12 points from Croatia, 12 from Switzerland, then some smaller points from other countries, and then it's going to be bottom 5 in most countries' televotes. So without those 2 countries giving Serbia 3 televotes, basically this wouldn't qualify, but mathematically it's going to purely because of this. I don't think that Luke Black has any stage presence, and I don't think that the song is very accessible either. The performance might be a little bit messy, so that's why I'm not too confident on this song's chances. Serbia is just a lucky country that gets 3 votes everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but in a whole region. So I expect it to qualify in the lower region, 8th to 10th. And it's not going to be very organic, but they will surely make it. But if I had to pick a shocking qualifier this year, this will be it.
But it's also not getting any points from like Finland, Sweden, Norway, countries like that. Switzerland, Netherlands, they won't vote for this.
Switzerland will, because they have a lot of Serbian immigrants and they give Serbia 12 every year. That's it.
Okay, Ireland then maybe.
Yeah.
We said the same thing about Constructa though, and then Finland gives her like 8 points in the televote. So
okay, but her performance was engaging.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying Finland is giving Serbia 8 points in the televote now, but I'm actually with you, Giorgio. I think I was in a place before that if I thought there could be a top-run qualifier, it would be Serbia, but it's all televote. Serbia has friends. They have a huge, a lot of Serbian people voting. Malta is giving 7-8 points to Serbia because of all the Serbian immigrants here. And we think of Switzerland, Croatia, all of these countries. And these points do add up. And it's not a horrible song. Like, it's a qualifier. Even if we might not like it, I personally love it, but it's a song that would qualify, in semi-final 2 at least. It would be top 5. So I think, not in the top 5 of the semi-final, but I think now that I think about it, there's an innovation about the staging. I think if it did well, I would be like, oh my God, people love the gaming quality of it. But then if it didn't do well, I'd be like, I'll be agreeing more with the points you mentioned, Eston. So it can go either way. Becca, you love this song.
I mean, I love this song, but then I was like, is it really gonna qualify? I mean, in fact, it's my, it's at the bottom, so I don't really really know if it's really gonna qualify. I mean, I used to love this more in the beginning compared to nowadays. I mean, nowadays the hype about it just kind of is still not the same yet. I think it will definitely qualify. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't make a difference nowadays. Am I being heard?
Samo, Mrs. Pavel.
Okay, I
Yeah.
am. Okay, sorry.
You are heard, but you'd rather be sleeping.
Maybe,
Moving
yeah.
on. Moving on to our next qualifier. As you can see, we're getting less and less sure as we go down. I did put this random order specifically for, let's get the safe ones out first, and then we'll talk a bit more in depth about the ones maybe we're not so sure of, but we still all agreed on. The next one is the Czech Republic. Who wants to start about Vesna?
This is the country that I was really thinking about whether it's going through, because I think there's potential for it to be a shock non-qualifier. I don't think that their performance is great. It feels a bit empty. There's some good elements with the visuals, but yeah, I was really debating on this. I think it's gonna do a lot worse than people think. But looking at the running order, looking at the countries in the semi-final, looking at the other options there, I think out of 15 songs, it will go through, but not inside the top 5 or 6.
I think it would actually be 7th. There will be a barrier between 6 and 7, and this will be 7. It does have the ethnic elements that people want and expect from an Eastern European entry. It also sounds modern. They actually sang well in the rehearsal, so I don't see how this could go wrong and that they wouldn't qualify. It's a very peculiar song, and it's a very Eurovision song, which in this case I will say is a positive thing. It's not going to do well as people expect, as Eston said. I agree with that. But it will do decently enough for the Czech Republic standards. That's all that matters. I just want them to stay in the contest, and this one is bringing them to the final and hopefully to the upper half. Hopefully.
Becca.
I mean, I love Czechia's song. I mean, I love the ethnic vibe that it brings, and I guess even the message behind it. Yes, I mean, I'm a female, so yeah, I do like the message behind it. I mean, I want them for them to qualify, but I don't think they will be like in the final. I don't think they will be like in top 10. I think they'll be like maybe around 12th or maybe 13th. I don't know if I'm aiming high or no, but
No,
yeah,
you're
I mean,
actually pretty right. Maybe even
thank
lower.
you. But I think in the semi-final, I think maybe they will come around maybe 7th, even 6th. I think they're around the same place that you guys mentioned.
I definitely think the running order helps them a lot. And I have, for a while, been thinking that this could be the shock non-qualifier. But ultimately, my thoughts just go back to we need this song in the final so much. Because Czech Republic has never sent a Slavic representation about the Slavic country that they are. And I just want this to happen for them. I want it to happen for their delegation, because they have sent so much, stuff in the past that was pop songs. We've had Mikolas Josef, we've had Benny Christo, We Are Domi. Some of it has been successful, some of it has been disappointing, some of it hasn't even gone final. So I need this for the Czech Republic. I really, really want it to happen for them. Not so that they can send ethnic songs every year, but for it to be a possibility, So I'm really, really hoping this is qualifying. I think it will qualify. In the first rehearsals, we had nothing. So I was getting all my information from Sean Mishin from the busker. And he was telling me, this didn't go down well in the first rehearsal, but apparently it improved a lot. And maybe that's, we're not seeing stuff, and they might have changed some stuff between the rehearsals, but I think this is qualifying. I don't know if I'm going to say safely, but we're supposed to see it in the final at least.
Safely enough.
Safely enough. Thank you, GERD ESTON. Another one that we all agreed on, Croatia.
I mean,
Croatia's qualifying, right?
okay, I don't understand why the bookies think that is the ninth most likely to qualify. I think this is actually coming either second or third in this semifinal. You have to put yourself in the mindset of locals. Casual watchers are going to see this and they're going to be like, woo, this is what Eurovision should be about. This is crazy. This reminds people of,
Old men in skirts is what Eurovision is about.
I mean, it's camp, it's crazy, and that's what people expect from Eurovision. This is going to be a televote magnet, listen to me. Like, I think that it's going to get points from every single country. And there's no way this is going to fail to qualify. Like, I'm super confident that this is going to be a televote smash. It's completely memorable. It's the Moldova, it's the Trenulețul of this year. I think this. Nobody will understand what's going on, but everyone will be like, whoa, this is so cool. Let me vote for it. And actually, my best friend has this mindset. She already told me that she's going to vote for this. And she's a casual watcher, you know?
Eston.
I mean, musically, it doesn't really have a lot to offer. It's borderline even a song, but the performance is what keeps it interesting. It's funny, it's crazy, it's memorable as hell. People will not get all the clues and not get all the messages that the song is trying to convey, but it doesn't even matter in the end because it is memorable and there will be enough people that actually remember and like it rather than remember and dislike it.
Locals will find it cool, I'm telling you. But if there is one country where this is getting 1 point, then that's Estonia.
Yeah.
We're not in the semi, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Then
cool.
Like,
I agree about the Eurovision. Like, this is not his Eurovision, right? This is the spirit of the contest, the craziness. You would not see this anywhere else but Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think there's
this is 2008 Eurovision.
Yeah, but people miss that. There's a lot of nostalgia. Okay, it was
Serbia, 2008, and there was so many crazy songs in that year.
Yeah,
that was the happiest, craziest year in Eurovision ever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cool though, and I will say I've had doubts about putting this. I at first I was super sure it's qualifying, but I grew less confident with prices and everything. Not because there's anything bad on stage. It's just usually these kinds of songs that do really, really well with the televote, and we maybe, the fandom doesn't want them to do well. They are crazy, but they are good earworms. I think of Verka Serduchka, I think of Serhat, I think of
Trenulețul last year.
Those two.
Fans thought that it wouldn't qualify. Trenulețul was over.
Trenulețul. I mean, even I didn't think it would qualify, but I don't know if this song is too out there for people to be like, and if people think, it's not going to qualify.
There will be people like that. A lot of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be enough for it not to qualify in a semi-final of 15 countries? That's why I put this through. Because I don't think there will be enough people who think, Becca, do you think,
No, I think we.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah, I like this song. I mean, it reminds me of the good old Eurovision days. But then I do agree that some people are going to be like, what the fuck is this? This is what Eurovision is all about. That's why I don't watch it. So it can be, I think it can go both ways. But I mean, I want them to go to the final. I think they're going to do very well, both in the semi-final and also in the finals. I mean, it's a good, fun song. I mean, to mock people around. So why not? I mean, just do it. So.
I mean, for Croatia, it's really a a blessing that this year we don't have juries in the semifinal,
Yeah.
because then it would be out. Then it would be out.
I actually
But
think this will be
with
through
the solo vote
anyway.
only.
Jury or not, I think this will be through. I mean, you can get 0 points from the jury, but then it's going to get more than
It would
100
be a
from the
lot more
televote.
difficult.
It will be.
It will
difficult.
be.
It will be difficult.
I think it wouldn't come second or third as I think. It will come like 7th or 8th, but it still will qualify.
It won't be second or third anyway. It will be safely through, but
I don't know,
Yeah,
as I told
not
you,
that hard.
2nd to 6th for me are going to be very close. And I do think that this is a televote magnet, like a major one.
I do think
Locals are going to love
it's
this.
possible. It's possible.
Hmm.
I think
I'm
there
not
is a
saying
chance
anything for
it
sure,
will
though.
qualify. Okay. Last one we all agreed on, and I'm really happy with it because there's a lot of talk about this being disappointing on the stage, and I have a lot to say about this. The 9th finalist on the EUROBUZZ live predictions semi-final 1 is Portugal. Eston, you're thrilled.
Yes. I love the song. I love the song. From the moment it
What?
went through,
You
and
do?
even yes, I do. Absolutely love it. I don't love Portuguese entries every year, especially when they're in the national final. But this one stood out even as a short clip that I listened to. I didn't follow the contest, but I listened to the recap of every song, and it already caught me then. I remembered it. And yeah, it's very upbeat. It's very memorable. It's very just happy, and she has a lot of charisma. She's a great vocalist. The only thing that made me a bit worried is the staging, which seems empty. You know, I would just love to see more. I don't know, color, more action
Or so.
are happening. It's just red and black, and there's nothing
There's-
really going on other than them dancing. But
There's no
I
sofa.
think
There's no
there's no sofa. Yeah, I would love to see the sofa
They're
there.
standing.
Why
Yeah.
is there no sofa?
They could have just kept the national final performance. It would be great. But I think it's purely the song is just too good for it to not go through, even
I
if the
absolutely
performance is
agree.
not the most.
I absolutely agree. And that is why I have confidence in Portugal qualifying still, even with the seemingly underwhelming reaction for the staging, because the song is excellent. The song is a televote magnet. I think this is the one, and I've been saying it for a while, this is the one that we've been sleeping on as a fandom for some reason. And it's that kind of song that does comfortably well with the televote. I think of Israel 2021, Eden Allen. Everyone was thinking it's borderline, and then it came 5th in the televote, in the semi. I think of Romania last year. Many people didn't have it as a qualifier, safely through in 5th place. I think Portugal, it's a tougher semi, but I think Portugal should not be struggling. They don't have the best running order draw, not even a draw, but of the strength of the song, the staging is not horrible to literally ruin the chances of Portugal. And it's an ethnic piece. It's fully in Portuguese. I think people will really, really, really resonate with this. And I would be really upset if Portugal doesn't qualify. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, this
I mean,
stands
but the running
out.
order is not the worst either. I mean, it comes off of Latvia, which is extremely sleepy and boring. And when after Latvia they get hit with this positivity and happy energy, then I mean, it's
There's a break, though.
not a terrible draw. And after that, it's Ireland, which is, I mean, energy-wise similar, but the song is more generic.
Lame.
So I like the song, but no, it's not going through. So I think
Portugal
Portugal should be in the
definitely
final.
stands out. It definitely stands out. It's going to draw enough fans, and we also have to consider the same thing as Serbia. They're going to have 3 points from Switzerland and from France. Huge Portuguese communities there. They always give Portugal 8 or 10 points, and this should be no different. But even without them, I think this song is completely through. It's memorable. Mimikat has great stage presence, and even without a sofa, I think that she can sell this song very well. She is the sofa. She's enough to fill the stage.
You and your one-liners this year, from Duncan Lawrence and his Botox to Vlad Paloma, and maybe that is the sofa. Give it up for Giorgio Taietti, everyone. Can I just say,
Oh my God.
is the personality of the year for me. She's a fantastic sport, and I'm gonna message her and I'm gonna tell her, watch our live stream. You are the sofa girl. Becca, are you the sofa, Becca?
I mean, I would like to be on a sofa right now. I think, but I mean, I agree with everything that you said. I think what really, I think, pulls to the song, I mean, is it's Mimiskat's charisma, which I think whether there's the sofa or not, I think it's just her charisma. I think would just be enough. I mean, I mean, if the sofa is there, I think it would be better. But I mean, just herself.
We would imagine a sofa there.
If this sofa could speak, she would be a celebrity by now.
But
Yeah,
but maybe they will do a sugar sofa. She's just sitting on the guy, the dancer in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Well,
I mean,
as you said,
sofa,
Mimi, as you said, Mimikat spreads positive vibes, and she made us laugh. So
She did.
Definitely.
She did.
now we like her even
In
more.
real life, she's excellent.
Yeah, I
In real
can.
life, she's excellent.
I bet. Mhm.
She is I'll tell you my top 3 personalities of the year. My number 3 were the busker, my number 2 are Joker Out, and my number 1 is Mimikat.
Mhm.
What
Of the
about
ones
Mr. Garia?
I wasn't allowed to speak to him.
Oh, Universal Music
You weren't
Finland.
allowed? What?
There's a whole
Universal
story
Music
behind
Finland
that.
meets Universal Music Spain. I will tell you about this off camera. But we have
All right.
6 more countries to talk about, so we got to pick up the speed. We have not discussed the Netherlands, Switzerland, Azerbaijan, Latvia, Ireland, and Malta. Now, we have logged on 9 countries. We've agreed 9 times, but we also agreed another 2 times on countries that we don't think are going to the final. There won't be many surprises here. Our first agreement on who's not going through is Ireland. Eston, you said you like this song, but you don't think it's qualifying. Let us know your thoughts.
I mean, it is a basic and generic song, but it's basic and generic because there are a lot of songs like this, a lot of pop songs like this, and it's a formula that works. It is a very easy to listen to song. It's very radio friendly, very pleasant on the ears. There's nothing extraordinary. They aren't reinventing the wheel. It's just a nice song. But as we've said in the past, just pleasant and nice songs don't really do well in Europe.
I actually think that it's pretty inconsistent, actually, because as you said, the song is very basic, but I find the presentation to be pretentious. The lead singer is trying so hard to be like Harry Styles with those quirky outfits, and it just doesn't go with this song. You know, they're presenting themselves as a band, like an actual band with a singer and instrumentalists, and then they come up with this song. Nobody's going to take it seriously. It's very inconsistent in my opinion, and this doesn't do well.
And
I mean,
one thing that immediately when I heard the song, I thought that, wait a minute, isn't this the Euro 2020 anthem from Martin Garrix and Bono and We Are the People? Like it sounded exactly the same. I listened to both of them, and there are so many similarities to this.
It's a Swedish made song.
It's crazy.
It's a songwriting camp song. Like, no surprises
there. How did I miss that? Yeah. How did I miss that? Now that you mention it, I'm like, oh my God, it's the most obvious thing in the world. They are the sofa. They are the sofa.
No, they are the chair.
They're the chair.
Honestly, if we're talking semi-final one, they're going to be sitting on the floor because there are 10 seats. It's not a sector, but they won't be sitting on one of those seats. They'll be sitting on the floor. Yeah, I agree with Giorgio. I think this is really a try-hard. It's like those outfits, the vibe, the pyro, the rehearsal clip that we've seen. He's like reaching out to a hand that comes out of the LED floor. It's just so. You know what it feels like. Did you ever try jelly, when you make jelly and you put it in the fridge, and before you put it in the fridge you're like, oh, I want to taste this, and you take a sip of it and it's so sugary and you're like, ooh, that's what it's like for me.
It's corny.
Wow, what
it's
a nice
corny,
comparison.
and I want to put it in the fridge.
At least they didn't just dismiss it and we're not even going to qualify, let's not try. They at least give us a decent staging. They've, put ideas and energy
let's face it, no one's
into
doing
this.
that.
Yeah, but they're trying their best.
Yeah, they're trying their best. We are one. Becca, any final thoughts?
We are one, altogether united.
Keeping it successful. Okay, we are one in thinking that Ireland will not qualify, and we are also one in thinking that Azerbaijan is out.
Oh.
Now, can I just say, this was a massive improvement in the rehearsals. However, it's funny we talk about Ireland and Azerbaijan together, because on the dress rehearsal and the jury shows, people who were watching it from the press, that both of these countries, the vocals were not good, even Azerbaijan. And I was surprised. I guess it won't be the year for Azerbaijan, right?
But you know what? They usually buy votes from everywhere. So this is actually the one that I think is the most borderline because of their fraudulence, not because the song has any chances. It does stand out a little bit. It's cute, it's endearing, but I don't think that's enough to qualify. I mean, LPS from Slovenia last year were cute and endearing, and they still came last. This is the same to me. But if Azerbaijan did their tricks, then they might steal somebody else's place in the final. Otherwise, I can't see how this could be in the final. There's like no chance.
I did think about that, but there's going to be a lot of votes in the semi-final, I think. It's not going to be enough. Their tricks won't be enough, I think.
Yeah,
I don't even know if they have tricks to begin with.
They're coming up to Loreen. And now looking at the running order, every single, we don't know about that yet, but I mean, Finland, Czechia, Sweden, Moldova, Israel, all in the second half, all most likely going through, and we can't only have second half qualifiers. There's got to be some that are left out, and this just, in that lineup, is the least memorable and the least impactful, and the fact that it's a nice, cute song, just as I said about Ireland, that's just not enough.
Becca, let me tell you one thing, baby, it can change your whole thing. Na 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 na.
I mean, you guys said everything. I mean, there's nothing special about this song. I mean, except the fact that they're twins, because they are the only twins. I know.
We've even had twins in Eurovision before, so that's nothing new.
Yeah.
Touch me.
Yeah. The song is not going through.
I love that song. I love that song.
Which one?
Slovakia 2011.
Oh, that cool. I was thinking about I was thinking about the Tolmachev
There's
sisters.
Russia as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
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 and
yeah,
Russia.
yeah.
And then Ireland. Now there's Ireland.
Oh, of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Which
How
one?
we could
Of
how could we
course.
forget Jedward?
Yeah, Ireland. Jedward. How could we
Ooh,
forget
the
them?
twins, right?
Got a lipstick on, here I come. Da, da, da.
Da-da-dum, she's got a lip. Okay. 45 minutes to agree, but we're about to start disagreeing. There are 4 countries we have not discussed yet. It is
Wow.
Netherlands, Switzerland, Latvia, and Malta. And as you can probably work out, we're going to pick one each. We all think that one of these is qualifying. So I'm going to reveal the country first, and then the person that thinks it's going through can raise his or her proud hand. We're starting with the Netherlands. Who is the one that thinks the Netherlands is going through?
Giorgio.
No.
Oh, Eston.
It's the
Eston, you
northerner.
Eston, you can make this chat, please. Thank you.
I was debating a lot. Sean knows this. When he asked me to write
William,
qualifiers.
we're not doing this. William, you gotta pick one.
And the countries that I was debating were Czechia, Switzerland, Portugal, and Netherlands. And out of those, I thought that one will be left out. The others are going through, but they are all kind of borderline. And Netherlands, I think, will. We don't have many ballots in the semi-final. We have Finland coming right after this, which is the last song, meaning Netherlands is second to last, which is an excellent spot. It will stand out. I mean, people that don't like Finland and Czechia, there will be people like that, will remember this. And you mentioned that I'm a northerner. Definitely it will get some Scandinavian votes. And in the Estonian OGAE vote, Netherlands was 8th overall. So I think this has hope. It's borderline, but name one song in the semi-final that is with the same vibe as this.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't
No
think
one
that this
for a
vibe.
reason.
I don't think that this vibe is going to get them through. And I'm thinking, so I saw from the rehearsal that they have good camera work, and that's good for them. But then I think about the whole package. You have 2 mediocre singers with zero chemistry, and you can tell they have zero chemistry with each other, singing a struggling to sing a sentimental ballad to each other. It's quite corny. The song is not catchy. The emotions, from what we've seen so far from their performances, don't really get through. They don't really have fairy tale vibes either, so that's why I don't think that they're qualifying. I don't think that they have anything to offer, and I don't think that the learning order slot is that good either, because there's going to be Loreen, who is sure qualifier. Then you have Czech Republic. Then you have this, and then you have
Azerbaijan.
But this, sandwich between these entries is going to look super lame, especially with their notorious lack of stage presence and chemistry with each other. For a ballad, that's the most important thing. And if they lack it, then I don't think that this is going to get through or even be close. But
And
I
who
don't
will
think
be
this is
winning
completely
between them?
out. Huh?
And who will
Ooh,
be winning
Duncan
between
Lawrence
them?
and his Botox. And you know what? I actually don't want this to qualify, mostly because I want to see his reaction. I mean, this song is completely being clowned by the Dutch media. Like, they're making fun of it day and night.
Very
So-
true. Yeah.
Which is too much. I mean, come on. Just let them do their thing. You don't need to be rude.
Yeah, but you know
Especially
what?
if it's your own country, it's your own representative.
But the the Dutch people are very self-critical. And you know what? It turned out that Mia Nikolai, first of all, she's the daughter of a Russian billionaire. So she's just some talentless lady who wanted a singing career and her daddy bought it. The other guy, I don't even know his whereabouts, but nobody knew him.
Here, actually, I disagree with you. I actually checked out some of her repertoire, and she's got some decent songs. Like, I think this is her. I don't think this song does her justice as a singer.
But would she be a singer if her daddy wasn't famous? If her daddy wasn't rich?
You have to ask her and her daddy.
Yeah, actually, go ask her.
Actually, I think she's got some great. And I was surprised because I wasn't prepared to enjoy this kind of music. But yeah.
But you know, there's a lot of hate against Nepo babies these times, and she's one. So I think it's only natural that the media and the public are shitting on her. And her duet companion is probably the person with the least stage personality I've ever seen in my life. So they're not really a good match. She would have probably been better off singing alone, I guess. But even then, she has no vocals to speak of. I mean,
I think what people
this
are
is a
really
big failure
about in the Netherlands is the fact that this was not the unanimous choice that Avrotros as a broadcaster said it was. This was not an easy choice like the Dutch broadcaster said it was. It's a bit like Victor Vernikos in Greece, you know? Like there was clearly something going on behind, whether it's money or whether it's Duncan Lawrence going up to them and he'll be like, oh, let me buy you a pass to Eurovision. I think it's not that people dislike them per se, but they are the ones representing this project. So obviously any dislike or hate or criticism is going to go directly towards them. A lot of people were saying that, oh my God, the shame on the broadcaster, they're not supporting them. I read this statement by Avrotros and they just blatantly stated the obvious. They said the vocals were not good in the pre-parties, and they weren't. I was there. I was drunk, and their vocals were so bad it sobered me up. So they just stated the obvious. But I am going back and forth about this one, whether it will qualify or not. But I do think it's got a gifted spot in the running order, yes. Like imagine Latvia and the Netherlands would have been swapped. We would have completely been talking about something else. At the same time, I never, like, I'm always about the song, right? And the song for me is too sleepy to get televotes, even though the running order helps. But there is something about styling that it will not necessarily get you votes, but it can not get you the votes you would have otherwise gotten. Does that make sense? Her braids, man, they're so ridiculous. Her braids.
Yeah. She looks pretentious. She's pretentious. To sing that type of song, you don't need to look like Halsey. Like, come on.
It's just like, even if people like the song, they will be like, oh my God, I like the song, but what is she wearing on her head? And that enough might be a reason for people not to vote for the song that they like.
Once again, it's inconsistent. The song is a generic ballad. She doesn't need to be looking like she needs a shower, you know? If it had been like a hippie song, it would have made sense, but this is just a piano ballad like many others.
Your mouth needs a shower.
No, I just brushed my teeth.
Any final thought on the Netherlands? Becca, you don't think this is going through either?
Oh, of course, no, it isn't. I mean, you and I heard them live at the party in Madrid. They were horrible. Like nobody was actually taking care of what they were saying. I mean, everyone was doing other things. So no, it's not going through. I mean, I didn't see any rehearsals, so I don't know. I mean, I will have to go and see them. But yeah, it's definitely going through. No, I'm sorry.
I will say I don't really want this to go through either. So caveat on that. Okay, Malta. One of us thinks that Malta is going through, and
I think it's
wonderful.
is this person.
It's me. It's not Sean. It's not Becca. It's me.
It's not Sean.
It's not Sean. It's me.
What?
What?
He's just being scaramantic.
He's being what?
Like superstitious.
Oh, we have.
Oh, sure.
Hello from Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. I need to be in Denmark.
Geez, people themselves don't even think it's going through.
No, of course
We're
it's
about
not. I
to
mean,
explain.
I do think it is, actually.
But they're not going through.
They have such a cute energy. They are capable performers. They have a good song. It's catchy, it's memorable. It's sacrificed by a bad running order, but at the same time, it's only 15 songs. it's coming right before Serbia, which is a completely different vibe. After Norway, which is hello to the Czech Republic as well. It's coming after Norway,
Ahoy.
which is a confident girl singing about empowerment, and they're just hanging there, dorky but attractive, singing about wanting to have a home party, which is something that a lot of people can relate to. The performance has its memorable elements. I do think that this is going to be enough for them to qualify. Of course, it's very, very, very borderline. It's going to need a lot of luck because Malta doesn't really get free votes from anyone. But I think enough people will find this cute and like it and be like, "Ooh, that's exactly my vibe. Let me vote for it." This song has vibes, and vibes are important. So yeah, I do think they're qualifying. Maybe 9th or 10th, but they are.
And they have Italy. They have Italy in the semi.
Italy doesn't really vote for Malta.
No,
it's the other way around. You know what? Italy only vote. Actually, later, you know what we should do? We should predict the top 3 that we expect our countries will vote for in this semifinal.
Yes. Okay, Becca, my Maltese woman on this live stream. Why aren't our Maltese boys not going through?
I mean, it's just a basic song. I mean, they're just like fooling around on stage. It's just nothing special about it. I mean, for me, it's something that you can easily forget. I mean, they're nice people because we've met them and we've spoken to them. They're very, very, very nice people. It's just no. And it's like it's between Norway and who else? Serbia, I think. And just no.
Serbia.
Unfortunately, no. So I'm sorry, Busker, but you ain't going through. I'm sorry.
Eston.
I'm being a bitch.
When I first heard, I didn't even hear the full song. I heard a snippet when it won, and I thought it's lame and boring, and I just discarded it. But then I suddenly heard the full song, and I discovered it rather than discarded it. I think it's very fun. Great performance. The performance is great. They are really entertaining to watch. I think the show is excellent. And they definitely do have a chance. And I would be quite happy to see them going through. And I mean, for people that don't like Serbia and Latvia, there will be many. Maybe this will have a chance, but the second slot in the semifinal is just statistically not the worst. It's the Serbian third place, but one of the worst, and it will have a very tough time. But they have a chance. It's very borderline, I think.
I agree with all of you except Rebecca. I agree with Eston. I do think this is the only song that Malta could have picked that has a chance. So and even with the way it's being performed and the staging and like everything, they have done everything they can for this to qualify. The things that are against it are all out of its control. Second spot in the running order, first semi-final, Malta's vote history. I mean, if this was in the second semi-final, I would not be talking like this. If this was in the second semi-final, it would be kicking out Belgium. It could be kicking out Denmark, Greece. I don't know. This would have qualified in the second semi-final. But I actually really agree with Giorgio, even though we're on different sides of the prediction. Everything about it is cool. And I know people won't be voting considering Maltese standards, but by Maltese standards, this is going to go down in the history books of one of our best entries yet, whether or not we qualify or not. The reason why I have this out is the last song that I crossed out is because the way it is in the running order, I think we're either going to get this one or another one. And I don't know why, every time I say Malta's gonna qualify, it doesn't qualify. So I'm playing superstition here, and I'm gonna hope on all that is holy that the stars align. San Domingo, San Paul, pray for us from above, and let us go through to the final.
Please-
Because
Please don't break
if they
another
make it-
banquetta tomorrow.
And the stars align, and they'll be
we'll
through.
there. If this qualifies, however, which is not impossible, if this qualifies, it will be a miracle, and it would be huge. Like, this would be massive. I don't know. I don't know how I would react. I'm actually gonna film my reaction tomorrow, and I'm gonna
Ooh.
upload
Oh,
it.
God.
Raw. Yeah, and you're gonna be in
I
it.
would love to see your reaction if it goes through.
If it goes
He's-
through,
He's going to break
I
another
told
stool.
you.
He's going to
If
break
it-
another stool tomorrow.
I don't know what I'm gonna break. I'm expecting it not to go through. Like, this is not in my 10 predicted qualifiers, but I have a friendship with Dave, John Paul, and Sean out of this performance. These guys are legends. I swear to God. Especially Sean, I have to give him a shout out, not because we have the same name, but they are incredible. They are incredible. Okay, moving on.
Next.
One of us thinks Latvia is going through.
That is
It's
Giorgio.
you. No,
No,
no.
Sean. Sorry, Sean. It's Sean.
Don't accuse me of these things.
Okay. Again, every time I say Latvia's going through, they don't. So pick your battles here. However, I said Azerbaijan's not going through, Ireland, Netherlands, and Switzerland. This is also in ballot category, and I think if we're gonna get a ballot, it just has to be this one. It has to.
It's not even a ballad.
It's not a ballad, right?
Ballot category.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not even close to a
Just
ballad.
because it's boring, it doesn't mean it's a ballad.
Exactly. Thank you.
I don't know. I wanted to qualify, man. I know that we might not get Latvia, but
We're not getting
I've actually
Latvia.
never seen the fandom so much behind Latvia. People love this in the fandom. People are really, really rooting for this.
And last year, people
I
loved
don't know.
Slovenia, and we saw how it went.
It's not the same. I already told you. It was not the same level. Come on now. It was not the same level.
Look at Reddit.
It was not. It was not. I'm not on Reddit. It was not the same level. I'm putting. I think I have a flag of Latvia somewhere. I'm putting up the hand for Latvia. Fight me. Let's go.
I actually think this is coming last in the semifinal.
I just wanted to say that. we're thinking the same.
But at the same time, I'm thinking, I don't even remember this song's melody right now. Like, it just doesn't get into my head.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Latvia.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
I'm
Estonia
going
and
to
Lithuania
sleep.
going to the final every other year, and then you have Latvia that can't seem to qualify in any way. And I feel sorry for them, but this song is not the answer to.
We
Actually-
have a Latvian person online.
Yeah, I can tell
Sentis
from the name.
Yerkans.
Well, I hope that you vote. I
Hello,
hope that you
my
live
southern
somewhere else.
brother.
I hope that you live somewhere else, because otherwise you can't vote for it.
Becca, you never liked this song either.
No, completely no. I mean, right now I'm sleepy. If I hear this song, I'm gonna instantly fall asleep with this song. I'm
Choo, choo,
sorry.
choo, choo,
Checkmate.
It's just this song just does nothing. I mean, for me, like as Aston and Georgia said, I think it will come last actually. And before that, I think it will be Malta. Sorry.
Oh my god. So you think Ireland is doing better than us?
I think so. Yeah.
This-
And I mean,
All that is
Latvia, I
unholy.
mean, the chorus is the only
There's a chorus.
remotely decent thing in the song. the verses are just unlistenable. It's not even a melody. It's the guitars sound like they're out of tune. It's out. It's out. It has no chance whatsoever of going through. None.
I mean, now that I said it's qualifying, of course it's out. Because every time I say Latvia's qualifying, they're out. You know.
I mean, that's because Latvia doesn't qualify. Like they haven't in 7 years.
The blood moon is rising.
Oh,
I told you it was going to be lost.
Song. And it was.
Well, there is someone who's crazier than me. And there is someone that said that Switzerland is going through. Raise your hand.
Guilty.
Back up.
To explain.
Defend before we attack.
Okay, so from all these, were they 4? I think, yeah. From all these 4 songs, I think the best from all 4 of them, that would be Switzerland. So, I mean, I know it's not a great song. It's not a wow song. It's just, I mean, it's okay song for a ballad. I mean, there are kind of like a point like in the chorus where he sings like there's a bit of offbeat as well. Like I do like that as well. I mean, it's not wow. I mean, that's why I put mine last. So, I mean, but I do like it. Especially like there's this verse where you say something.
Tell us how it's gonna qualify without telling us how it's gonna qualify.
I don't know how it's gonna qualify.
I mean, come on. He's a great singer. He's got great performance. The staging seems to be really decent. It is actually a great song. I love this song. I hope it qualifies. If this was instead of Azerbaijan or Netherlands in the running order, I would be a lot more confident. The problem is that after this, it's Israel, it's Moldova, it's Sweden, and ending the semifinal is Finland. Before it is Croatia, and people will still be talking about the Croatian song when this is on. So that is my biggest issue. That is why I think Netherlands might go through instead of Switzerland, but I really hope Switzerland qualifies. I love this song.
I don't think there's any chance, actually. I actually don't think there's any redeeming qualities to this. He has a great voice, I'll give him that, but first of all, he looks like a Mormon boy, like up there on stage. Then it's Switzerland singing a song about war. Like, it couldn't get any more disconnected. They're like a neutral country. Like, come on. You don't want to hear that from Switzerland. You don't want to hear the preaching about war. Huh?
Georgia, what is a Bourbon boy?
A Mormon. A Mormon. Like, you know.
Mormon boy.
Yeah, he looks so innocent.
Bourbon.
No, a Mormon. A Jehovah's Witness or something like that.
I understood Bourbon as well, and I was thinking of the biscuits.
No. He sings very well, but that's really it. I think the song is actually a very standard writing camp ballad. It would surely be in with the juries, but I don't think it will stand out enough for anyone to vote for it. And as Eston already said, the running order doesn't give it any justice. It's just not going to have anyone paying attention to it because of what's before and after. It's just
going to ask you.
Who knows?
I'm just going to ask you guys, what do you think? Which place did it get in the Estonian OGA vote?
This one?
6th. No, 4th.
7th.
4th.
6th place.
6th place. Of course. And thank God Estonia is not voting in this.
But countries like Norway, Finland, Sweden are. And it's completely something that they would vote for.
Their juries surely would, but their televotes,
3 points.
You know, the public just goes for something more memorable.
9 points in total. That is a contender for the last place in the semifinal. I don't disagree with you. I do think this is in with a shot. I actually think the running order is not that bad. I mean, it's all right. I mean, if it came instead of the Netherlands, then I would be like, maybe. But the song is too unmemorable, man. And sometimes, you know what happens? Like, the staging is amazing, and it's really, really good with the theme of the song. Like, you could see it's a song about war, and there's the smoke coming up and the flares going through, and the dancers like duck down. It's war imagery. It's Wilfred Owen at its finest. But when that happens, people, yes, I did be in my English A level. People tend to look at things in a pretentious way, and they'll be like, "Oh, they're doing too much. Like, the song is nothing special, you know." And
no, Sean,
they don't
I don't think that's the
appreciate that
issue.
staging tries. I think it is. I think
No,
it is.
I don't think that's the issue.
When I was in Finland last year, I was watching Eurovision with non-Eurovision fans, and what was the song? What was the song? There was a song. I don't know. I don't remember what the song was, but people were saying, all these effects, all this. Poland. It was Poland. People were like, "Oh my god, the song is not great."
That one was comical.
Come on, but you can't compare the effects of Poland last year to this. There are no like flashes and lightning going on here. It's just excellent staging.
Photoshop. Poland was a bit more Photoshop. But what I'm trying to say is that this good staging, I don't think will save the weak song. And I don't think the song is, even if you like it, I think we can all agree that it's not a televote-friendly song.
No, it's a jury song. But I think, Sean, that the issue here is that nobody wants to hear Switzerland preaching about war. They're like the least appropriate country to do so. You know,
I don't think that's the issue either. I mean, come on, you can sing about I don't want to be a soldier from whatever country you come from.
Yeah, but you know, when you think of Switzerland, you think of like, at least here they have this reputation of being like ballless, like gutless, because they stay neutral and just get money from everywhere. And then they sing a song about war. People are going, the few Italians who are going to understand or pay attention to the lyrics are going to be like, I would understand if it came from another country, but then Switzerland is not one to preach. So I think there is a huge disconnection, you know, between the country and the song. And it often counts, you know. It's like the UK sent My Sister's Crown. It will be completely disconnected.
Eston was a soldier, right?
Eston?
Eston was a soldier. So maybe you can connect with this song even more. Does it like
True, yes.
things?
I love the song. Definitely.
But did you play with real guns?
Of course.
Oh wow.
And no water guns. No water guns.
No water guns.
And no other types of guns.
Real bullets. Deadly guns.
What other types of guns?
Shit. I don't think you can go into specifics.
Okay.
You thought dirty.
We've gone through them. We've gone through.
Wait, Sean. The last question: which top three do we expect our countries to vote for? And actually, I'm going to ask Eston as well. Like, which top three countries would be Estonia's choice if it voted in the semi?
Let's go.
For Estonia, I think Sweden number 1, Finland number 2, and then it gets difficult, but potentially
Sweden number 1 and not Finland?
Yeah, like it was in the OGA vote. A lot of people didn't get Finland.
But who is going to be number 3?
Well, I just said I think Switzerland would be potentially number 3, or Netherlands, one of those two.
For Italy, I'm actually pretty confident that we're going to give 8 points to Croatia because we love a circus act, 10 points to Norway because she's Italian, and the commentators are going to point it out, and 12 points to Moldova because other than attracting casual watchers from Italy, they can also rely on 300,000 Moldovans living here. So I think this is going to be the top 3 for us. What about Malta?
Who are we giving out? I think, for some reason, I think we're going to give points to Sweden, Israel,
Sweden, Serbia. Sweden, Serbia, and I think Israel.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
think
wait.
Sweden has,
Not Finland. Your countries are not voting for Finland.
no.
Yeah, I think Italy is going to give like 6 to Finland.
I'm going to say
Actually-
Sweden,
I have the prediction here.
Israel, and maybe Finland, maybe. But Maltese people
No.
never pick up on the televote winners. Like Finland, Moldova, don't expect huge points. But it's a semi-final.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden is going to be
I'm
first in the
torn between
Maltese vote.
Finland and Serbia.
I think it's more Serbia than Finland.
Maybe.
Mm.
Is that it?
I think so.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We will be back on Wednesday. We don't know what time yet, but we're going to be back. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more content. We love to do these live streams. And let's get excited for semi-final 1. It's going to be a bloodbath. Malta might qualify, might not. Malta might give points to Serbia, Finland, Israel.
Are you guys going to be voting?
Well, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Who for?
Latvia.
What about you, Becca?
I don't vote. I never did.
Well, you should. You should exercise your right.
And
It's
they,
100%
and
How much is the cost in Malta?
good question.
1
Sean
euro.
would know this answer.
€1.
That's €1. Then I'm gonna vote to Finland.
And I'm going
It's
to
so
vote.
cheap
You know
there.
they're going to go through.
I'm going to spend €2.55 on Israel. Which is 5 votes.
That's 1 vote.
No, 5 votes, which is the maximum we're allowed in Italy. We're allowed only 5, not 20 like other countries.
€2
I thought
and
someone was more expensive than Estonia.
No, but Estonia is the most expensive, it's known. But if you want the cheapest
How
one,
much is it then?
€1.70.
€1.70 per 1 vote.
But Eston, you want to know the cheapest one? Denmark, 13 cents. That's like one of the richest
Unbelievable.
countries in the world. One of the richest countries in the world. And they get 13 cents votes. But actually, I found out that televotes for like Big Brother and other reality shows that are handled by our private broadcasters in Italy are 16 cents. While for RAI, they're 51 cents. So it depends on the broadcaster. So you have to send a complaint to ERR.
Before we go,
Yeah.
who is getting the points from the rest of the world vote?
Finland.
Finland.
Sweden, maybe.
I don't think the
Finland.
Americans, I don't think the Americans are going to get it.
Semi-final 2. In semi-final 2, I think it's Albania. Guess what the cost of the
No.
vote is in Kosovo?
10 cents.
1 cent.
It's 10.
It's 10.
Yeah.
That's 10.
Guys, thank you so much. We will see you all on Wednesday. Like, subscribe, and stream semi-final 2 and my channel while you're at it, because why not? We will see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.